family, Black Factor family, we are back. It is 2022, and we are back in the game, y'all. It's time to get it in, show up, and show out. Um, y'all, let me thank everybody for returning in 2022. For those of us who made it over to this side, I want you all to know I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to be here. So let me start out by saying on my YouTube family, y'all don't forget, make sure you hit that like, share. Well, that's Facebook family, like, share, and so on. YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, notifications, and make sure you hit that little bell on the corner there so you can be sure that when it's time for you to for us to go live, you can always be sure to catch in on that thing, right? Let me give a shout out to my Oh So Smooth Radio family. Thank you for checking in. We appreciate y'all. And anybody who wants to tune in to the Black Factor, and even a lot of good music. My man DJ Shorty Smooth over there with the Oh So Smooth Radio. You can get the app for Oh So Smooth Radio at the Play Store or iTunes. And just, you can listen in while we chop it up. You know what I'm talking about? So look, y'all, we getting ready to get this thing started. Today's show is getting ready to be something different. I want y'all, I want you to pay attention. And I want you to be very, very mindful of just how important it is for you to pay attention. Here's why. Today's topic deals with something very new. This thing we call the Metaverse. Now, we talked about cryptocurrency a little bit last year before the end of the year. We're going to get a little heavier into that tonight. And we're going to talk about, because see, this is the future, y'all. Now, I wanted to get into some of the stuff that's going on, current event type stuff. Like, right now we looking at, with the Ahmaud Arbery case, all three of those defendants ended up getting life with no possibility of parole. Well, one of them got the possibility of parole. The other two, they're going to be there. They got life plus 20. So when they die, y'all, they got to stay there 20 more years. Anyway, so look, y'all, we getting ready to get into this thing. I got a special guest on tonight with us. My girl, Denise Steiger. We're going to bring her in because we're going to get this conversation started, because she was one of those people who, when I had my last show, she chimed in and she gave us some real good information. She dropped them gems. So we're going to drop some more gems tonight for y'all. So let's get ready for that. And right quick, y'all, welcome Denise Steiger. Hey, Denise, what's going on, doll?
Man, life.
Hey, look like to me you headed out. Where you going? Where you going, Denise?
Well, just got the kids, and we going home, then to the Blue Note. Everybody going to the Blue Note.
Going to the Blue Note. For all y'all that don't know out there.
First set is the Blue Note tonight.
Out there in the Black Factor world, the Blue Note is one of the Chicago Steppers' houses of worship, if you will. So she's headed over there to do her thing, because that's the queen of stepping videos, y'all. Okay, so look, Denise.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna get into this cryptocurrency thing, right? But
yeah, we got to.
Yeah, we got but here's one of the main things that I gotta start out with. I'm gonna start with this, because see what the title of the show is 5 things that you need to know about the metaverse and crypto for dummies. And I'm gonna let me just raise my hand right quick, because I'm one of the dummies. Okay, y'all, we gonna learn this stuff together. Jaquilla Hughes, yes, that is the video queen you looking at. Look, we gonna learn this stuff together, y'all, because I'm learning as I go. And when I get information, I'm gonna pass it along. I'm gonna let y'all know what I know, because this is something that we do not need to miss out on. And one of the mistakes, I think, now Denise, you're a little younger than me, but one of the mistakes I think that some of us make, us older folks, is that we don't we tend to pass things off and like, that's just gonna be a fad. I thought rap was gonna be a fad. Who knew, right? It's like we think these things are gonna come and they're gonna go, but then they end up being a major part of our lives. Much like a Facebook. Who knew Facebook would take over the world? Who knew?
Right.
Who knew Google, Google? What's that? Google? So next thing you know, you're sitting there and you're going, okay, yeah, Google. That's a household name now. And I actually have a gentleman on here tonight. My man Brian Carradine checking in, but I got a guy on here tonight that knows a little bit of something about that. My son is actually paying attention to us this evening, so that's a plus right there. And he's into the crypto and NFT thing. Matter of fact, he's the one that got me looking at it. So I'm gonna pay attention to the young folks. But we, as older people, we gotta start paying attention to this stuff. Now, there are 5 things, and the number one thing that you need to know about the metaverse and cryptocurrency is nobody under 30 understands this stuff. Let me start right there.
He's so silly.
I'm just saying, you need to know that we don't understand what the hell is going on. But
yeah.
Now Denise, go ahead. Tell me what you think.
So it's been a lot of talk and controversy on cryptocurrency, period, and NFTs and different things, and it's been around a long, long time. And people have been like saying, "Oh, that's gonna be a thing of the past," but it's not. It's the future.
Man.
And the metaverse is the future too. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give a little something that makes you think like it was real. It was a show came on HBO. I can't remember this show, but it was a virtual reality show. And I'm talking about to the point where, like, the Tesla car, the lady gets in the car and the Tesla car just drives itself and takes her where she goes.
Right.
Like, literally. And, like, they were putting on these things, and they were going in a whole nother world. And that is the world that we're going into now, pretty much.
Exactly.
We're going into that world right now. And what people don't know is before Facebook introduced the Metaverse, is that people wasn't paying attention that if you looked at your Facebook app on the side, like where the settings, guess what was on there? And nobody really paid attention but me because my son has the thing. The Oculus was on there.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people are using, that Oculus. Now, if you don't know what an Oculus is, for my audience, that's the little headset that you put on, and you're staring into a sort of a sunglasses type thing, and it fits over your eyes, and you can literally like look into, like, your depth perception just changes when it's on there because it's a 3-dimensional world.
Right. So that's on that was on the Facebook app for a year and a half. I was paying attention. I said, what the heck? Why is this on here?
Yeah, virtual reality.
It was right. And so I was like, okay, this is on here. So
now, one of our listeners on Twitch just said, almost every major company has an NFT specifically for the metaverse. There are Nike NFTs, so you can have shoes in the game. Now, let me, before we get, because I don't want to jump the gun, because he said NFT, we're going to talk about what NFTs are, and that's extremely important. Okay, so now, the second thing. Now I'm making it clear for all my old people that's on here with me that we don't know what's going on. I'm trying to give you the game right here. I'm trying to wake you up. Now let me start. Number 2, next thing you need to know is about what's called the blockchain. Okay? The blockchain is how metaverse. Now don't get it. Now I want you to understand something. Metaverse is not one place. The metaverse has multiple places.
Yes.
There's one called Sandbox. There's one called Decentralized. There are several of these virtual, let's call them countries, because each one of them is a little different. But inside these countries, they all operate off of what we call in crypto the blockchain. And the blockchain is a system of computers that actually operate around the world to keep up with transactions made in cryptocurrency. Now, I don't want to lose y'all now. Stay with me, okay? Because this is very important.
Let's go in layman's terms.
Okay,
let's say
see.
this.
Go ahead.
Let's say I have $50 in my checking account, right?
Right.
In my real world checking account. But in crypto, I have $1 million in crypto. So in crypto world, I'm rich.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And so I could be in that world where I'm freaking rich, and then in the regular currency world, I only have $50.
Well, I don't know though. I don't know, Denise. Wait a minute now. Because if you
That's
got
what's
$1
gonna
million
happen.
in crypto world, you actually have $1 million in the real world.
Well, but this is what I'm saying. I'm going deep on you. This is what
Okay,
they're
go ahead.
doing.
Go ahead.
And somebody could say I'm wrong, but what I've been reading about the metaverse is that it's a virtual world.
Right.
You're able to be in another world with different socializations, money, world. You're doing things on crypto. But when I
Right.
come in my real world, I have $50 in I have regular money. Like my money is not going to be worth anything.
No.
But my
No,
crypto
Denise.
money is worth way more.
Let me stop you. No, ma'am. Your money is the same in the virtual world as it is in the real world with crypto. Listen, this is where I'm going with this. Now let me show you something. See, that's that's just not true. They literally, I'm gonna get into this part, but people are literally buying real estate in the metaverse, and they're spending real world money in crypto to purchase it. And I'm talking to the tune of millions of dollars. Okay. Matter of fact, let's just skip. Well, we on number 2 because I'm talking about the blockchain and I'm talking about crypto. Okay.
Right.
Now,
right.
as far we had that we did that last show, we talked about crypto. Now crypto is something that I'm getting more and more heavy into. Now I talked to somebody, a good friend of mine over the weekend, who is heavily invested in the stock market. In fact, that's how he makes his living. And I asked him what his opinion was about crypto. He said, well, and he drew a blank, which is not like this guy. He said, well, all I'm going to say is buy. Buy. He said, I said, well, do you understand it? He says, no, I don't. He was like, but I got some and it's making me money. Buy, just buy. He said, because, and here's the thing, and I'm going to say this repeatedly throughout this show. This stuff is all, now it's not new, but it's new to most of us. It's new to the general public. There are people who have been involved in this thing for some years now. In fact, I know a guy who bought Bitcoin back when Bitcoin was a penny, when it was a quarter, when it was $1.
Right.
He's now a multimillionaire because of those purchases. So what I'm saying is, now that there are other cryptocurrencies available at rates that you can purchase at a very low price, and I'm talking about literally pennies. They've got some that are less than a penny. They got some that are a penny. So here's my thing. And also let me say, this show is for entertainment purposes. I ain't telling nobody what to do. I just want to make that clear right quick before we get into this. But if you did nothing but take $10 and drop it down on a coin, and you do your homework on your coins, there's a method to the madness now too. But there's a way to determine, and there are lots of videos. Let me encourage everybody. Go to YouTube. Dig up these videos about cryptocurrency and about NFTs. Go on TikTok. Let me tell you, there's some people on TikTok with a wealth of information. I have learned a ton of stuff. If you ain't got a TikTok on your phone and you want to get into crypto, get you a TikTok on your phone. Go to YouTube and check these people out. Now, what I'm saying, okay, moving forward with the crypto, you stand a chance. For example, if let's say you which I bought something the other day. I'm not going to drop any names. I bought something the other day that was about 4 cents. The expectation for that particular coin is for it to go up in the next couple of years. One, because there are not that many of them. See, one of the things is a lot of these cryptocurrencies have billions, sometimes millions, sometimes billions of coin out there. And the more that are out there, the harder it's going to be for it to increase in price. But there are some out there that are priced right, that are not a lot of, and are on particular blockchains, because the same way you have multiple different metaverses, you also have different blockchains where all of these things will, one of them tends to perform better than the other one. Let me put it that way. And that's a whole nother discussion because you got to get into the details of it all. But the point is,
Right.
you got to start somewhere. So
Yeah.
with with that, in the metaverse, now see, this is where I want to jump to number 3, which is going to address kind of what you just said about the money. It's not virtual money. This is real money. Let me tell you, there are, and this is where things are about to get really weird. In the metaverse, Denise, I don't know if you knew this, you can literally fill out applications and get jobs in the metaverse now.
Are
Did
you
you know that?
serious?
I'm dead
No.
serious. No, and I'm talking about real money. I'm not. Listen, there are casinos in the metaverse that
Oh
you
boy,
literally,
don't tell these gamblers.
huh?
Don't tell these gamblers.
No, listen. I promise you, there are casinos in the metaverse. They trade in crypto.
Oh my God.
You can purchase NFTs in the metaverse.
Oh my God.
You can transfer cryptocurrency in the metaverse. They're literally, you can fill out an application and actually get a job working in a casino in the metaverse and get paid real money. A full-time, wait a minute, let me get my notes here, because I got so much stuff I wrote down, man. I had to keep it in order. Let me see, where is it? Okay, let me just see if I can remember. A full-time employee at this one particular casino, which they say it's about 40, I think it was like 43 or 48 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
You can make $2,000 a month.
Wow.
Okay? So this brings me to a very interesting point. We are in a time right now where businesses are losing employees.
Yes, they
We're
are.
in a time also right now where the unemployment rate is at its lowest in decades.
Yes.
And people are trying to figure out where folks are going. They're trying to figure out, how is this possible?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not suggesting that the metaverse is the reason why, but let's keep in mind, there are people who are working off-site now. They're not going into the offices and that kind of thing, and they literally are working from home. So what would stop a person from being able to sit at their computer at home and be a host at a casino or work at a casino in some capacity and literally be getting paid like they would going to a job? This is real, y'all. I'm not making this up. I want y'all to look into it. Now,
And
with that, the very next thing that I want to say, in case y'all didn't know, you can purchase Metaverse real estate now. Metaverse real estate is a real thing. In Decentralized, in that particular metaverse, is one of many. In Decentraland, there are 90,000 parcels of land, all of which are growing in price by the day. In fact, Samsung just purchased a large plot of land and opened up a headquarters store. Now they've got a mothership store here in the world, and it's called 837. Well, the one in Metaverse is called 837X. You can go in that store in Metaverse and shop. They are spending literally millions of dollars to own digital real estate. Now I know y'all saying this shit is crazy. This don't even make no sense. Well, let me give you some food for thought. Y'all remember the movie The Matrix?
they better remember it.
You remember that, Denise? Okay, you better remember it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
listen. In The Matrix, these people are living in a world in what appears to be the real world. Understand that the day that they came to get Neo from his office, and they shot the place up trying to grab him, and then people came looking for him and all of that,
Yeah.
Neo knew there was something else. Well, the fact is, Neo was actually living in what we could refer to as the metaverse then.
The metaverse. Yeah.
And when he finally took that pill, it pulled him out of the metaverse and set him into the real world.
For the real world. Yeah.
He was removed from his pod, which you could consider your chair at home in front of your computers.
Yeah.
He was removed from his pod, and he was given freedom to understand the real world versus the metaverse or virtual world that he was actually living in, that was designed and created by computers.
Yeah.
The Matrix has given you a window into what the metaverse is 20 years ago. See, that's all this really amounts to.
And then
Now,
they came out with another one. So look at that.
Right. So now, here's the deal, y'all. People are literally spending millions of dollars on digital real estate.
Yep.
Which also takes me to the point of digital art and music.
Yep. That's the big thing. That's the big
These
thing.
are what we call NFTs. Non-fungible tokens, y'all.
Yep.
All
That
bought and
make
sold
a lot of money.
with cryptocurrency. There are people. Go ahead.
And what's so good about it is that's why I say people should go on Clubhouse, because I happened to go on Clubhouse one night, and it was billionaires on there. Like Serena Williams' husband was on there. It was people that the corn-based company. They were all on there, and you know the whole thing they were talking about. Black people need to get NFTs.
Yes, ma'am.
This is our way of getting our reparations at a bigger than what you think you should get, because you will always get paid.
This is the way to personal security. This is the way to wealth. And right now, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know if they're going to try to come up with a way to regulate it and control it, which would be what were the guys called that were running around in the black suits, stopping everything? All right, be careful.
What they call them people in the Matrix? They call them? What was the dude in the black suit, son? That was from the Matrix.
We have a visitor in studio, y'all. Say.
What was in the Matrix? What was the black guy's name? The Morpheus.
But no, I'm talking about
the ones that had the black suit on.
Yeah. The Smiths. They were Smiths. They called them Smiths.
Right.
Yeah. So those guys are the ones that
I know y'all about to say, y'all, you crazy, don't talk about that man, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. And I could go back to this man was crazy. Lord have mercy, he was crazy. He was horrible. But Donald Trump, literally, when they kept bringing up cryptocurrency, we need to regulate it, tax it, the man never talked about it. He never played with. They kept trying to push this man on taxing it. Oh, when you transfer and convert it over to your bank, that he put it off. He never talked about it.
But now you know you can put it in a crypto wallet too now that doesn't go through a bank.
But soon as our president got in office, now it's a tax to that shit.
See?
So now people like, oh no, I ain't finna convert this over. I'm putting it in my wallet. Keep it.
Right. And see, this is, for those of you who don't know, this is a decentralized method of finance. This is a way for people. And see, this is the funny part. Like when they were going on about the terrorists and all that, talking about them being able to fund different things through, money. So they had to keep track of all of the money transactions and all of that. Cryptocurrency been around long enough to where they could have done that. They could have been doing that all along. And that just lets you know the false sense of security that our own government constantly tries to feed you. This this is a decentralized economic ecosystem, an economic system that's in place that literally will take banks out of the equation.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Found out the banks are heavily invested in crypto now. Chase, as a matter of fact, I was told, I haven't done the homework. This is allegedly, Chase recently bought several $100 million worth of crypto.
And the CEO of Chase told America it would never be around.
Yes.
If not, don't buy it. And they turned around and bought all that crypto.
Yep. So that lets you know right there where this is headed. Now, This is not a fad. I don't know where it's going. I don't know what's next. All I know is, give me mine. I'm gonna get mine. Let me
Yeah.
just put it like that.
And not only that, just because, like I say, like I tell people follow Lamar Wilson, just because you can't own a coin, a Bitcoin, that's fine. As long as you got fractions of it.
Right.
Keep buying it. Just keep
Well,
buying fractions of it.
I have a friend who literally bought into crypto when it was $1,500 a coin, and he said he only bought one at the time, and now he's, needless to say, he's straight. He got, he's sitting on a little nest egg right there. But here's one of the other things. Here's one of the other critical things about this. This is just the beginning.
Yep.
This is literally, this is just the beginning.
Yep.
This thing is going to be huge. Get in now. That's why I'm talking about this on this show today. I made it my business. I wanted to make sure that we got this out there. Get you some crypto, y'all.
And
there are several.
They have loans. You can borrow off your crypto with loans.
Ain't that something?
They have loans now. Yes.
This is the newest frontier. This is like the pioneers taking off across the country back in the day when they left the colonies and was headed out west trying to see what was out there. That's where we're at right now. Don't nobody really know what's on the other side of the Mississippi, but we headed that way. That's what's happening with this. Y'all got to get in. Now, found out, I didn't know this, you can buy, I knew about the art, I knew about the, because they're NFTs in the music, but did you know that well, my son just was on here and he said wearables. You can wear they're wearables. Like, you can buy a pair of Nikes, a pair of digital Nikes, and your virtual self can wear them. This, the more you talk.
Let me say this. I hate to cut you off, and he's absolutely right, because let me tell you something. I just was making emoji. And I was dressing my emoji. Guess what? My emoji, I could have bought my emojis champion flip flop.
Wow.
And it had champion pants and a champion sweatshirt. For my emoji, it was $1.99, $2 to dress my emoji. So
that's crazy.
It's all digital. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Why would I buy my emoji some freaking champion shoes?
So now let me ask you this. Now here's a question, and maybe somebody else can chime in. So, are the clothes, the wearables, considered NFTs?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy. See, this is what I'm saying. You know that now the digital real estate is also considered an NFT. Now,
and also the stuff that you say out your mouth, same.
Yes. Well, now but now on this digital real estate, right? If you buy, let's say you buy one of those little squares that they have in there, or several of them, you can develop it any way you want. You can put your own infrastructure. There was a game called Minecraft, or it was another one that used to be out years ago. It was a virtual world kind of thing. I knew a lady that used to damn near live in it. But they're saying that the more you develop the land or develop your property, you can use it to store your NFTs. You can hang them up like an art gallery, or you can buy and sell NFTs in your space. It's like having a brick and mortar store. The more traffic that comes through your property, it increases in value. So the NFT of the property itself becomes more valuable. That's crazy to me.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Y'all, I know it sounds.
And they also are trying to get video games too into that too.
Well, no, they ain't trying. They in there. Check this out.
Oh well, yeah.
They're called play to earn games. They have games in there that you can play, like for the gamers and the people who do that stuff. You can go in there and play games, and you reward it in cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency, yeah.
And it's crazy now, and all of it is driven by the blockchain.
Yep.
This is every time I talk about this stuff, man, I just they say there's people around the world literally earning $500 up to a few grand a month working in the metaverse. The
And I
ones that
tell
I'm
you,
familiar with, huh?
go ahead, go ahead.
The ones I'm familiar with, of course, the Sandbox, um, Decentraland, and the new Facebook one, Metaverse or whatever it is. This is crazy, man. Playing
And
games.
now,
You literally can go
and
on there
now,
and play games all day and earn money.
that's what I'm saying. You find yourself in the world. You in the world. You're not here no more. You're literally in that world that you're building.
And you never have to actually leave your house.
Your house. No.
And what's crazy is you can socialize with people on there.
Yes.
Like you're actually somewhere, like you really went out. That is the most insane. Now see, and I'm trying, like, for me, it's hard because it's almost nonsensical. But on the other hand, it's real. It exists.
It's real.
And
It's real. It's so real that it's almost like all the movies that were sci-fi movies that were future movies are all coming true.
now, yeah. But this right here, like I said earlier, this one right here is so closely parallel to the Matrix. It's not even funny. It's crazy.
It is
Just how
crazy.
just how connected to that it is. You know, you got the real world, you got the virtual world. You want to be in the real world, you got to actually there. I wonder, will there become a time, because we don't know what this is going to bring or what it's going to cause. Will there come a time where people literally have to pull themselves away from the virtual world to participate in the real world? That's crazy. But this is where we are. So Denise, suggest some good crypto to the people.
All of them.
Well, now wait a minute now. Okay, there's a guy I was listening to the other night, and he seemed to be pretty serious about what he was talking about. And he knew his stuff, and he knew his way around. He said that you need to look at, because there are websites that you can go to that will assist you in choosing which coins to buy. And what it does is it tells you how many coins are out there. Like, I'll give you an example. People are still, everybody's still, Bitcoin. But what they don't tell you is that there are only, supposedly at this point, 8,000 Bitcoins left in circulation. The rest of them are currently held by someone. So, but those 8,000 are not even really obtainable except for over the next 4 or 5 years. So somebody's holding out. I don't know I'm not even sure what that meant, but they said that's what's left. So here's what's happening. If you look at certain coins, like you go on, they got the different apps you can load on your phone. I'm not going to say none of them. There's different apps you can load on your phone. Like sometimes you playing a game on Facebook or on one of your games or something. They put these ads up for these different things. I will say this one. Coinbase is a good one.
Yeah,
if you go on there and you sign up for it, and then you can sit there and you can look at how the coins fluctuate up and down. It shows you on a chart. But there are multiple websites you can go to check performance and get details on which coins are performing better than others, which ones are based on certain things. Like, for example, Decentraland coin, they actually have a coin for Decentraland. It's called Mana, M-A-N-A. So Mana is on a blockchain that apparently is a great performer, which is also connected to something that's even bigger, that's expected to grow, have significant growth over the next year or two. So the thing about the thing about cryptocurrency is this, and I'm going to say this much. I will say this. Don't look to get rich overnight off of cryptocurrency. Buy what you can. I mean, think about it. We'll spend $10 on something to eat that we didn't even like. Take $10, buy some of this super duper cheap crypto, and when you do, turn around and sit on it. Hold on to it. Don't do nothing with it. And wait. The same way people did with Bitcoin. And then when they finally got around to it, it paid off. I don't know that, and I'm like you, just buy. Buy. I mean, like I said, $10 here, $5 here. You get paid on Friday. Buy $10 worth. Buy $20 worth. Whatever you can afford, whatever it is, and just sit on it. It's almost like you almost. I ain't gonna say you can't lose. You can lose, but from what I understand, there are roughly 16,000 different coins out right now.
You can go on crypto.com
Mm-hmm.
and go on there, and they have a lot of coins. You can see up and down like how Coinbase is. And crypto.com actually has a debit card.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah,
and they say
you
can earn money just by using that card. Yeah, I saw that.
And they give you discounts to like certain levels you are for. They have different debit cards, different levels of debit cards, and
now,
it's crazy because people be spending a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my girl Phyllis Harris on here, she's from over there on the East Coast, and she says her go-to cigar lounge in Charlotte, North Carolina, is one of the first to accept crypto Bitcoin as payment for cigars.
Hey, there it is.
See?
And
there are crypto
store,
ATMs, by the way.
Yes, it is. In any store that it has any crypto card that has the Visa logo on there, you can use it in the store because it converts over. It converts over into cash.
Huh.
Yeah,
Dig that.
it does. And you got to know, like, that's why I say people have to pay attention to what's going on in the world and start focusing on, like, the old.
Yep.
Every gas station almost in the city of Chicago has a crypto ATM.
Ain't that something?
Literally.
See, and this is my point. I mean, we're at a place where we as a people cannot afford to be behind on this stuff. We got to pay attention, y'all. You get involved, get in the game, get your head in the game. Start looking into this stuff. This is the future. Now, I think about all of the trends and the things that came to pass in my lifetime that I watched happen and stood back and said, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna last. Not this time. Not this time, y'all.
No, because the world is changing completely.
Yep.
And it's a lot of stuff going on in the world that people are oblivious to. And you have to wake up. We're in a pandemic, and the world that we used to live in is gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's forever gone, and it's changing. And it's changing faster and faster. And crypto is moving in quicker and quicker. It's not a thing of talk anymore. It is really going on because the economy right now, it's inflation. It's big here. And it's not going anywhere. And
so Denise, let me ask you this. Now I'm about to get ominous with it. Would this not appear to be what people had referred to in the past as a global currency?
Yeah.
See, now I'm getting into some NWO stuff, some New World Order shit.
Yeah. It is. I didn't want to say that. That's what I was going to. It is going into that. And that's why I was naming the crazy man, because the crazy man was not part of that.
Right.
Because he wasn't part of the family. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So he was different from that, and he couldn't. The thing is with that man, he said stupid shit.
Yeah.
But also he said right shit in a way. So he was trying to show us, like, hey y'all, I'm showing y'all what they doing, and y'all don't see it. Y'all think I'm against you guys. But I'm really showing y'all what's going on, and I'm trying to fight to not happen. But we wasn't listening.
It's happening all around us.
It's happening. It's happening all around us, and now we got this other person that's there, and inflation is up to. They're trying to collapse the economy.
Yeah.
They're trying to collapse the economy, so we have to depend on the government.
You know, I just told somebody the other day, a guy I was talking to about this crypto and all this stuff, and we literally, and I told him, I said, I'm gonna tell you, there's getting ready to come a time where there is no middle class. It's either gonna be the haves or the have-nots.
No.
So
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
telling you, get in the game because
Yeah.
you know the middle class was built after
Yes,
World
it
War
was.
II,
Yeah.
and we have taken for granted that is a thing, and that is
it's over.
is automatically a
And-
given
and-
for a
and-
long time, and
yeah.
it's coming to a close.
It's coming to a close because it's like you can't win for lose anymore. You can't. You're not. It's like if you're not out here hustling with multiple streams of income, you're not gonna make it. And that's the biggest thing. And that's why that man, I'm gonna say it again, the man was going off on them people in our business,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get them people out of our business,
Mm-hmm.
and we couldn't leave. We gotta stop. It's too many it's too many people in our stuff.
One of the things, but see, like I agree with you, but part of that is our own fault. You see, you got to remember. I remember growing up when, in the 70s, like you couldn't melt nothing Chinese and pour it on nobody in this country. Everything they be like, China, that garbage. I don't want that garbage. It was always buy American, and cars, everything. And it's like somewhere we shifted. And people who own companies.
What happened. I can explain what happened.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was NAFTA.
Nuh-uh, baby, this is before NAFTA.
Well, it was before NAFTA.
Mm-hmm.
It was before because those companies tapped into China and saw, okay, I can go over here and make this car for $10 damn near.
Mm-hmm.
Then what I have to pay this worker health insurance, medical, and pension. I don't have to pay none of these people that.
Right.
And I got to pay him this much money to live. And that's why you had all mama and daddy living in a middle-class world, living good, because they was working for GMC and Ford and Chrysler, and they was making that money. It was, what I'm saying? It was something to go and work for those companies, because I knew I was going to be able to retire with a pension. But as the world changed, when them companies said, okay, we got to figure out we could go over here and make half of the car.
Right.
We're gonna make this part of the car over here, and then the other half we're gonna make over here.
Right.
And then what we gonna do when we sit down with these unions, we gonna say, we could do this over here more cheaper, so what y'all gonna do?
Right. But now see, okay, now like check this out. That's the North American Free Trade Agreement. And the reason I'm so familiar with it is because I remember when it started, I was in the trucking business. And I remember going into Canada in my truck, picking up parts, driving them all the way across the United States, taking them down to the Mexican border, where they take the parts and then turn around, build the cars, and send them back up here on trains for us to buy. See, we lost our edge in manufacturing. And now we've become a country of consumers rather than producers. Now, I remember when I was coming up, in the 70s, I remember when the steel mills started closing up around Chicago and Indiana. I knew guys who worked in them steel mills and made bukus of money. But when they closed them down, them people lost everything they had. And this happened all the way across the board. It wasn't just black folks. It was everybody.
Everybody.
So when the manufacturers figured out, because, for example, right now, all of our steel, it comes from overseas. We don't even make our own steel no more. So you got all of these different things happening. When I was in the clothing business, I remember, matter of fact, there was a particular designer, I can't remember who it was, several years ago. This was before NAFTA, before all of those trade agreements, who got in trouble for having her products made offshore. And they wanted to say she was using child labor and a bunch of other stuff. But the point still is that...
Oh, it was Donna Karen, wasn't it?
Yes, Donna Karen. So we literally have gone from manufacturing products, some of the best products that shipped around the globe. Everybody wanted American stuff. Didn't nobody want nothing from nowhere else. Now everything comes out of China. Now China is winning what I like to refer to as, and what somebody just put up here, Kenneth Holden just said, the Great Industrial Revolution. We're going through that yet again.
Yep,
and we are so far down the tube on it, I don't see us recovering from it. I really don't. We literally would have to, like your man was saying, like you was talking about earlier, we literally would have had to cut off them other countries and start back up with an infrastructure in this country to rebuild what we had. But see, people here, we're one of the most excessive and wasteful countries on the planet. So
Yes.
we literally would have to, people would have to not want the 5-bedroom house and the Benz and all the other stuff that will be required, and the amount of wages that would have to be paid to individuals to live in this country, because we constantly, we got all our taxes, we got all our, necessities and our wants and needs and our greed. And of course, that all leads to the fact that as a manufacturer, if I can go get, like your man was doing, my ties made in China at 10 cents a piece instead of $5 over here, well, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It costs me less money to put all of them ties in a container and ship them over here still than it would for me to pay the workforce that I have here, the insurance, the workman's comp, and everything else that goes with it.
And it's never going away. It's not.
Right.
It's going to get worse because, the biggest thing now what people are getting to is e-commerce.
Oh,
and
yeah, absolutely.
Everybody, they want you to do it. You do all the work, and I just sell it.
That's it. Well,
I'm on the website.
You see, if you go in the grocery stores right now, you see how empty the shelves are.
Yes, it is.
And it's getting worse. And people think this is a joke. Y'all better get ready.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now.
It's getting worse.
You better get ready, because it's coming.
Yeah.
This is the economy. This is where we're headed. Everybody is still walking around like it ain't no thing. They steady telling people.
And I remember as a kid in the 80s, I think it was like, and I don't know how I remember, 88, 87, the word inflation first came to me. And I didn't know what it was. The teacher was like, inflation is ooh. We was like, I'm 7 years old. What the hell is inflation? But now you hear it again. You never really used to hear the word inflation like you hear it now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bad because it's like, why are we in inflation right now?
Well,
it's just not real. Like how?
One of the reasons we're having inflation right now is because of this stimulus. When you got money floating around and people are just getting handed. I mean, corporations been getting it forever. See, that's why I got a problem when people get to talk about the welfare system, because the corporations are the biggest recipients of the welfare out of anybody. But you got the fact that there's money floating around, like they just rolled out this UBI program, Universal benefit, universal. I can't remember the exact name of it. I had it anyway. We did a show about it. The last show we did at the end of the year about this universal benefit that they're giving out now, working mothers with children or something, and they're giving them $500 a month just because.
Oh yeah. In
they're
Chicago,
doing that.
It's only 5,000 families to get it.
Yeah, and they're doing it in Atlanta. They're doing it. These are pilot programs. They're doing it all over the country. And it's almost now they do have that program also in Canada, and apparently they've had it for a very long time. But we screwed up our universal health care system, so I can't see how this is not going to get screwed up too. So I mean, we can't figure it out. Kenneth Holder said, "Has anyone ever thought for everyone just to stop paying taxes?" That would amount to a revolution.
Let me get to the man that we hated so bad. The two things he was trying to do: get rid of the IRS and get rid of the Federal Reserve. It is nowhere in the Constitution that we supposed to pay taxes.
Well, here's the problem with what he was trying to do. Like, I get it, and it sounds good, and it look good on paper, but here's the problem. If that happens, our economy literally collapses. Okay, this economy is, first of all, propped up by a lot of falsehoods. Okay, we are in a false sense of security as it stands. This country has been skating on real thin ice for a very long time. The ice just got thinner. Aside from which, we have all of this infighting, these pseudo civil war types. These other countries are sitting back, chomping at the bit. They are just waiting for us to start fighting in here amongst ourselves. They can't wait. They're looking so forward to it. Our economy, without the tax base, without all of the things that we literally have in place at this moment. So you got to remember, first of all, our paper money and our economy is already not based on anything. Okay, it used to be based on a gold standard. It is no longer. A lot of people don't know this, but the very reason that they got rid of Muammar Gaddafi, even though they claim he was this mad dog, he was crazy, oh, he had to go. No, he had to go because he was literally about to topple our economy. See, a lot of people don't know that part. They don't know that he was plotting with the other heads of state throughout the continent of Africa to develop a currency that was going to be backed by gold, which they got plenty of, and it was going to be used to buy oil. See, people don't know about oil bucks. Oil bucks are the reason why most oil is traded around the world currently in U.S. currency. If that ever stops, we're done. We're done. The fact that your man, destabilized our democracy the way that he did, he also effectively is almost about to destabilize our economy. See, the two go together. And if that happens, if we become destabilized as a democracy, we no longer have, we can't play the power, we have no power play. See, here's what people don't know. China is currently soaking up everything in Africa right now. And what they did was all through predatory lending. The same thing they're doing here now. The reason we owe China so much money right now. Baby, look, the game about to change. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's changing.
And I'm going to tell you how it's going to change. I was looking at a program, something in China. It was a program. Let me tell you about China. And it's about to happen here. They have a system put in place where it goes by each individual of their social climate, their credit, their medical history, all of this stuff. And it's like they watching, like, what each class of people is doing. And if you're not in that certain class, you're not going to be with it. It's a system that they have in place, that they're putting in place right now. And so that makes me go back to the whole thing with this credit here and how we went to FICO 8. Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people got not looking at it like the whole credit game has changed now. So all us black people that got 800 credit scores, because there's a lot of black people got 800 credit scores, okay? 800 credit scores out here. What people don't understand, if they're on a FICO 8 system, you can have a credit of 800, but they're going to look back at 5 years and see, you had this wasn't right. So we're going off of that. They're not going off of what they're seeing right now. That's not right.
But you got to remember, that's the way they've always worked in this country. Every time we reach the goal, they move the goal. Every time we get the ball close to the goal line, they move the goal. I mean, that's historically true.
You used to have decent credit of 600 credit score.
Right.
590 was okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now you can't do shit without a 750. Like literally, like ain't nobody 6 ain't nothing. So now it's like, really? Now I gotta go at an 800 credit.
Hell, I remember when it wasn't no FICO score.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And then another thing we messed up and we should have been paying attention to when they changed the laws of bankruptcy.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
It's no way in the world you should not be. You should be able to file a Chapter 7 whenever the hell you get ready.
Hey,
but
anytime this right here catch on, the game changes.
You can't, if you file a Chapter 7 today, you can't file it no more for 7 years.
Right.
Really? Oh my God.
But you got to remember now. You had the people like your guy who took full advantage of that for a long time.
All the time.
He was killing the game.
I'm not gonna pay them no more. I'm gonna file the Chapter 11.
Right.
Forget them. You know, like it's like wow.
That's
that
unsecured debt.
You can't get ahead. Like it is. It's like wow.
You can wash all that unsecured debt right off your back.
Yeah.
Well, Denise, I appreciate you for coming and hanging out with me. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We're gonna cut it right there. All I'm gonna say to y'all, and Denise, I'm gonna let you say your last piece, but I'm gonna tell everybody out there, get you some crypto and get ready for the game change because it's coming. Go ahead, Denise, give them something to think about.
Yeah, you got to get crypto. Every black person in America should have crypto. Even I mean, if you want, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna put it on the street. If you're a drug dealer out here and The government already done told y'all stop using cash apps to buy weed.
Hmm.
Stop veiling people to buy weed because it's income. And they COVID-19 woke a lot of stuff up that people was doing under the table.
Huh.
Everything. Remember, everybody was all these people that was getting paid under the table. Y'all are non-filers, as the IRS say.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of the unfilers now have a number now. So all y'all got to file taxes again. I'm gonna tell y'all this now.
Yeah.
Y'all better get some crypto.
Yeah.
Get y'all some crypto. Figure it out, cause you can make money off crypto. Like Black African American people are the most smartest people ever walked the land.
Mm-hmm.
We're always the ones that are able to figure anything out, anything, good or bad.
That's right.
Because we're survivors. We're the only one that could survive through the test of time. So if you listening tonight, you need to get you some crypto and figure out another way for us to make money on crypto.
And
That's
NFTs.
all.
Crypto and NFTs. Non-fungible
like,
tokens. Yeah.
Man, it's crazy because all the black people that wasn't able to get their music and royalties for years, missed out all that money, dead and gone, families poor. They could have been billionaires now.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
From this whole new system.
Yep.
So it's no way for nobody, no little street corner rapper that come and make one song, he should never be able to be on the street corner ever again.
Ever again. That's right. I agree.
Never
and
again.
It's out here. It's out here to be had. This is the ground floor. It's brand new. This is what's happening. Jump on. Get on before the train leave the station.
Get on. Yeah. Because if you don't get on, it's gonna be just like the movie. What's the movie with Bruce Willis was in with the girl? She didn't talk. Remember that movie he was in? He had to find a thing. It was a futuristic movie.
Oh, I don't even know that one.
Man, I promise you when we get off this phone, you gonna remember. He had to take the girl with her. They was trying to kill her.
Bruce Willis?
And they was driving in the air.
Arnold Schwarzenegger or Bruce Willis?
No, not the one Arnold Schwarzenegger in. Bruce Willis was in one similar to that. And everything had wires and shit. They was driving literally in the air.
Okay.
And they had to go to the pyramid.
Okay, somebody said the fifth element. The fifth element?
Exactly,
okay.
The fifth element. I'm telling you, that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. And I'm going to keep saying it. Get you some crypto. Get you some NFTs. Get in the game because this is the future. This is what's happening. You want to get your money. You want to retire well? Get started now because we at the ground floor. This thing is about to blow up. Or should I say it's already done blew up. You got a chance to be a part of the blow up. There literally are teenagers right now becoming millionaires. And I mean that with everything I love. Nobody over 30 understands this. Better get you a teenager, tie him to a chair and make him tell you everything he knows. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, Denise, I appreciate you, baby. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Have fun up in the Blue Note. Get your step on for me. Send us some video. Let us know what's happening. And you have yourself a fantastic night, ma'am. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Peace out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was my girl Denise doing the thing, helping me out with this show to help us to try and understand crypto, NFTs, the blockchain, and the metaverse. Get in the game. I cannot say that enough. I can't stress that enough. I know it, and let me end with this. I know it all sounds real crazy. I know it does. I know it sounds like insane. Like, really? Like, what are we talking about here? But all I can say is, as crazy as even I think it sounds, it's time, y'all. You just need to jump on it and get involved in it. Learn as you go, as I'm doing. The amount of monies that you can invest, and I'm going to give you a quick example. If you buy one coin, let's say for example, there's a particular coin, and I mean by name, not one coin, but by name. You find one that you like, one that, look like it might do something. When I say do something, that means it might actually go from 3 cents up to $1. Now I want you to think about this. If you buy a particular coin at, let's say, 5 cents, and you spend $100, okay, that's going to give you 500 coins, right? So you figure you spent $5. If you go, or what I say, $5, $10. You know what? Skip all that. I'm bad with math. My point is this: if you buy it at 5 cents, and by the end of the year it goes up to $1, think about that for such a small investment. So however much money you have to put into it is going to depend on you. It's kind of like playing a lottery. Some people go to the lottery thing and they'll put $1 on one number and hope it hits. Then you got some people that go spend $100 and take their chances. With this, to me, this is better than the lottery because at least your money doesn't just go poof when the number don't come out. With this, although there are risks, not nearly as many. You spend that same $10, $100, whatever it is on some crypto, and you let that thing sit there just like any other 401k or any other investment that you make. And in a couple of years, that thing done grew and it goes to $1, goes to $10. Ethereum right now is trading at $3,300 a coin. Ethereum at one time was 5 cents. So let's say you had those 50 or those 500 coins that you bought at 5 cents a while back. Now you sitting on 50 or 500 of Ethereum at $3,000. You got a pocket full of money and you did nothing but invest a couple of bucks. This is worth looking into, y'all. Maybe it ain't for everybody. I'm cool with that. NFTs, that's the other thing. It may sound crazy to you, but this is basically art. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I've been a part of the art game. I was involved with friends of mine who are serious artists. I've got work of my own out here in the world. It sells quite well still today. I know that the art game is extremely lucrative. If NFTs are anything like that, which I know for a fact that they are, there's way more money in NFTs than there are in just art. And I know that sounds insane, but all I can say is I'm seeing it for myself. I'm witnessing it with my own eyes. And I encourage you to, like I always tell y'all, don't listen to me. Look it up for yourselves. Please look into this. Spend a couple of bucks, get you some coin, let it sit there. You ain't got to chase it down. Like I told you, back in 2018, a friend of mine purchased his first Bitcoin. He bought one Bitcoin. He paid $1,500 for it. Well, right at this very moment, Bitcoin is trading for somewhere in the neighborhood of between $40,000 and $45,000 per coin. So, did he freak out and flip out and go trade it in? Nope. He's still sitting on it. And of course, by sitting on it, it has the potential to go higher. I believe over the summer, Bitcoin was at somewhere near $65,000. At this very moment, Bitcoin is trading at $41,583.05, one coin. So his profit margin off of purchasing that one coin is $30,000. See what I'm saying? So just imagine had a person purchased Bitcoin when it was $1. Let's say he spent that same $1,500 when Bitcoin was $1. That would have been 1,500 Bitcoins at $41,000. These other coins are projected, lots of them are projected to perform in the near future. Ethereum is at 3,000. Most people who shop NFTs and do business in crypto, and people are doing real business in crypto in Metaverse. 3,000, 3,300 a coin. There was a time when it was a lot cheaper. It is going to go higher, but most people are trading in Ethereum right now. The future is coming, y'all. Be prepared, get ready, get your crypto, get your NFTs, even check out the Metaverse, and see what's to it. There are some millionaires. Some of y'all watching me right now are millionaires. You just don't know it yet. Get in the game. I'm telling you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with me and kicking it and listening to this rant. And I'm trying as hard as I can to give y'all the information. Lala Harris says, hell, I need to check my Indian heads and buffalo nickels. Actually, Lala, I happen to know a little bit about that as well. I have some. And there are particular ones that are more valuable than others. In fact, I'm going to tell you the difference. You have to get a scale in order to determine the more valuable buffalo head nickels from the others. Yes, there is a weight difference. The ones that hold the value weigh less. All right, y'all. Ask me why I know that. Trivial Pursuits, man. What can I tell you? Anyway, I want everybody to have yourself a wonderful weekend. The rest of the week and weekend. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to have some more good information for you on the next week. Welcome to 2022. And shouts out to everybody that's here with us. Love y'all. Have yourselves a great night and peace out.